make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door. It's the Richard Wilmore Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Wilmore.
Jordan, well, thanks for making it here.
Are we on?
We're on. We're always on.
All
And then
right.
I'll just cut whatever's bad and keep whatever is good. I can tell by the way you talk. I don't think you're from Texas, are you?
No,
Where are you from?
I'm from England originally.
When did you move here?
To San Antonio, I moved in 2002. I kind of moved on my own
Yeah.
and just had the opportunity. I was going to move back to England. I was living in Idaho at the time, and there wasn't much going on there. It was beautiful scenery though,
Mhm.
like the mountains and the tumbleweeds and.
What brought you to
dry.
Idaho?
My stepdad's U.S. Air Force, so
Okay.
yeah, he kind of married my mother, and I had to tag along for the ride.
Uh-huh.
And I obtained a permanent resident alien card, which is valuable to some people in the world, But when you're from England, it's like, that's cool. So I thought I'd use that and explore America a little bit more before I was going to go back for good. And I stayed for about 6 months, had an opportunity to come to San Antonio, stayed for a little bit, and extended my stay. And then I extended my stay, and let me just get an apartment, let me just get a job. And I wanted to check out SeaWorld and Six Flags and the zoo and all the many things that San Antonio has to offer.
And then be on your way back.
Yeah,
And then that never
yeah.
happened.
The thing is, still 17 years later, I haven't seen everything.
What do you love about San Antonio?
I like the heat, believe it or not.
Oh, I love it. I'm
Yeah.
from Wisconsin, where I lived 30 years in the snow. I love the heat.
Yeah, I love the heat, I love the spices,
Hmm.
if that makes any sense. I like Thai food, Mexican food, and Indian food, so I'm a big fan of, and I guess I can get into my week, it might have something to do with that. Yeah, I'm into just the culture. I used to live in Portugal too, so when I moved to San Antonio in 2002, I think about a month or two after that, they had Fiesta. And in Portugal, they have a thing called Festa, which I was a big fan of. And it was in June in Portugal, and I think in the spring in San Antonio. Festa, Fiesta, Spanish, Portuguese. And so when I saw that, I'm like, something about this makes me kind of appreciate the best place I've ever lived, which is in Portugal. It was beautiful living there, and so I got a taste of that being here, and everyone speaks English too. So like, cool, I can live here.
I didn't realize what spices were until I moved out of Wisconsin. I grew
Yeah.
up on everything just had salt and pepper
The cheese.
and cheese. Cheese has its sure you could use that as a spice, I suppose.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. And then I moved, and I was like, oh, you put other things on food to make them taste different. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I love spicy food, but it makes me like the back of my neck sweat. But I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the same with me too. I have to eat it in moderation.
Mhm.
It's damaging. I mean, I remember when I first moved here, I couldn't handle the regular hot sauce, and then let alone the green sauce. And then now people they'll give me these Takis like, hey, look at this white boy. He's giving some Takis, these extra spicy hot, and I just take a whole handful and go,
Oh my god.
look at them right in the face, and they're waiting for me to like cry and all that. And I'm like, no, I can do it now. I've built that tolerance.
How long does that take? So I know how long I.
I've been here 17 years, and I think maybe about 15 years.
15
is
years.
Probably my
Alright.
point.
I haven't even been here for 2 years, so I guess I have a ways to go.
I shouldn't recommend it though.
Oh.
It's probably dangerous.
Well, I mean, why not?
But
I'll do
you-
it on the show, so then it'll be worth it.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll have to document it.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're recording it, then you're a hero.
Right. Right. That's yes. You
Yeah.
didn't know that, did you? Okay, so you do ton of things. You're a very busy guy. How would you, if someone says, Jordan, what do you do? What would you say to them?
What do? I try to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And some people do that through making a lot of money. Some people do that through just doing just the things they love, if it's gaming or whatever it is. And me, it's to live the most out of my life in such a short amount of time. So if I can make some money and enjoy doing my job and creating what I want to create, because I'm severe ADHD, I'm all over the place. I'm a musician and an actor and a writer, and I can't be happy with one thing, so I have to kind of do a little bit of everything. So it's just about being happy and kind of checking off my bucket list, traveling, and I found a way to do it all and be content. So I think my answer would be happiness and accomplishment. That's pretty much it.
So you said you found a way to do it all. So I want to go through your list of how to do it all, and I want to talk about all the projects you're working on right now. What's been the most constant since you've been here? Would it be, like, how long have you been doing your podcast for?
Podcast just since 2017.
Okay.
I did it for a solid year. I say did it because I put it on hold because I have a TV show now. So now it's I'm gonna get back to it. But the podcast we did it for a little bit, and it was just me and 4 of my friends who and it sounds like a very cliche podcast thing to say, but like we had some really in-depth conversations about certain things. Like with one friend, we could go on about artificial intelligence for hours and just and we're like, man, we should record this. This could be useful information for someone else. We're just kind of riffing and talking, but there's some good ideas coming out about it. And then with another friend, it might be transgender issues. I wouldn't say issues, but like the politics behind it and the movement. That we can have an open conversation about without anyone feeling offended and stuff. So I can have that conversation with another friend. We can talk about comedy and silly, stupid stuff with another friend. So I was like, let me kind of rotate these guests, these co-hosts, and just kind of have different conversations. It kind of got picked up and popular because maybe people aren't into every episode, or a few people that are, but some people, it's not really personality based, it's more like by that topic, you know, like they are interested in that one and only thing and are searching on Spotify or iTunes for a podcast on transgender people, and they'll come across mine, or maybe artificial intelligence or something. And so I'm looking at my analytics, and it's not really I'm getting consistent listening. There's a good amount, there's a good 1,000 people that like just listen to the show, and then there are the other people who just kind of pick out that one particular show and they watch that one and that's it, and that's cool too. So I'm really doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for like to yeah, exactly. It's really so I can document what I'm saying and actually listen to them to remember those conversations, because I used to record my phone conversations with one of my friends, Nars. Give a shout out to Nars. I used to record it. Yeah. He was one of my primary co-hosts. I would record the conversations because, man, we would talk for 10 minutes and that would turn into 2 hours. And I'm like, man, we had some good conversation there. And I would go back and listen to him like, man, I write some of it down, and I was good. Me and him were good riffing off each other.
So if you're doing it selfishly, would you have an episode that you specifically loved the most in that first round?
There's a few. I really loved the episode 6. It's a Kayallscope, by the way. It's on iTunes, Spotify. Episode 6, I think it was firefighter P-Rod and skin tearing prevention or something like that. I can't remember the title of it. So he's a firefighter, and I wanted to ask the questions, not, hey, tell me about the time when you saved a baby from a burning building, or a cat from a tree. I didn't want to hear about that. Like, tell me about the things that aren't commonly asked. Like, what's some of the things that you've had to respond to that is not typical in a typical day of a fireman? And so I had him kind of open up, and he told me a few things. I don't know if I want to share them now, but like just some very interesting, funny. Man, it's a good episode. So I crack up when I listen to that episode. The AI episode, I think I mentioned that one. Episode 4. That's me and Nars. We go on about things, and we kind of riff off each other, and it's more of an intellectual conversation, and then some of them are just funny. So I like to just open people up and get them to share stories about things that they usually wouldn't talk about.
That's why I love doing this. It's
Yeah.
so, everybody has such interesting stories, and it's just like, and you don't talk about it a lot, and then they come on here, and you really, it's interesting to learn about other people.
Yeah.
So you said you're going to start it again. You start filming when this airs. It'll have been, you started filming last week. Can you tell us some of the topics that you're going to be talking about? this week?
For the TV show, the next one we're going to be doing is about food in San Antonio. So it's going to be, we're going to be covering Mexican food, Indian food, and just with the format of the show, we kind of, it's silly. It's if you're flipping through the channels and you just you come across it, you're going to be like, what the hell am I watching? Like, hey, Karen, come take a look at this. What's this? Like, is this serious? Is it real? They're not going to know if it's like a real show where like, it's kind of like set up like a morning talk show type of thing. But if they're smart, they're gonna catch on like, okay, I see what they're doing. It's kind of like a mockumentary.
This is how you know Jordan has a ton of stuff that he's doing, because we've already passed the podcast, so we're into the TV show. Your podcast, you said you're starting to record again, correct?
Yes, I'm gonna start bringing the old co-hosts back in. I've just put it on the back burner just because of the TV show requires a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time, a lot of production, money, and we've only got 1 day a week to have meetings and to write and film and everything. And it's a lot. It's very taxing, which I'm not complaining about. But the podcast, pretty much I could just pick a day we can all come in and record. But I like to prepare it and do a little bit of research ahead of time too. But yeah, we're going to start that up again because we've lost a lot of followers. Because I think what people do is they see that this person hasn't put out a show in a while, F you, and then they unsubscribe.
Find something else.
Yep, and they're going to fill up that list and they want to have a nice. And I'm the same way. There's a few I actually unfollowed last week because I haven't put out anything in a while. Hannibal Buress, if you're watching this,
Dude.
do another.
He will.
Yeah.
He calls me all the time and tells me.
The Handsome Rambler, I'm a big fan of it, but you don't put out episodes enough, and it makes me want to unsubscribe, but I'm holding on.
We're
to
this
hope.
close. We're this close to unsubscribing.
So,
how then did the TV show come about?
So TV show, it was, I was trying to get advertising for the podcast, because we got about 4,300 subscribers. I'm like, we're about halfway there to like make a living off of it, and I'd rather just do that. And I started noticing that not only that, I'm also recording a lot of live podcasts. That became the kind of the new format. Like, let's go to a theater and just do the podcast live in front of people. And we had a projector in the back, show clips. I'm like, well, I should do it like just a YouTube thing, but the studio space that we record at for the podcast is so tight, we can't really put cameras. We could probably set up a GoPro or two. And a few times we've done like a live Instagram video. But I thought, thinking like, we need to do something a little bit bigger. And I want to do like sketch comedy and on location interviews where I'm just talking to some people about different random things. And I love video editing, and I like kind of putting together video clips. One of my jobs, I do wine tours, and on the wine tour, if you get to come on one of them, I have like it's like Jordan Kayall TV that I play, and it's like 4 hours of video, and it's like some stupid little things I've done mixed with like music videos, and just to keep that 7-hour wine tour trip as entertaining as possible. And I like just to
People drink for 7 hours?
yeah. There's people who they pre-game at 10 a.m. and then they bring on their case of beer or their bottles of wine on the bus. They're drinking on the bus. We go and do the tastings, driving back. It's
Where is this? Because I want to
it's in the Hill Country area.
Oh.
And I'll get you my information to schedule that after the show. But yeah, contact me, find me on social media. Jordan Kayall, my handle is at Jordan Kayall on everything, so JordanKayall.
Yeah, we'll throw it out.
Yeah. And so just contact me and I'll get you a wine tour at a pretty good deal.
Wow.
And I'll be your host, and you can kind of see the other side of what I do. So I enjoy making those videos. So like I want to do this for everybody, like not just for people on the wine tour, but like my own thing where I have full creative control and incorporate the podcast in there and do other silly weird stuff too. So when you watch the show, it's a very weird show. I've had people talk about it as kind of like Eric Andre, a little bit like Tom Green, but then also a little bit like Stephen Colbert, or his show. Before he went off of whatever he's on now, but the Comedy Central one, was it called? The Colbert Report.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everything, and I'm not really trying to copy. I'm just kind of like creating things that I think would be entertaining to me, and just this weird random stuff mixed with like real serious interviews. So it's a mixture of it's an eclectic show based off the podcast. So we have the serious interview bit. They also have like the little stupid stuff to fill in that time to make people go, "What the hell was that?" Which is to look to the neighbor and like, "What are we watching?" So yeah.
And that comes out once a month?
No, it comes out every Sunday at 9:30.
You do a weekly show?
No, it's a rerun.
Okay.
We're doing it bi-weekly.
Okay.
But you can get the reruns also. So yeah, if you just follow my social media, you'll see the postings, and I'll be putting them online also, and we're going to be on Amazon Prime next month actually. So
You brought a clip, didn't you?
yeah.
You want to set the clip up?
Yeah, so this clip is from the first episode of the show, Kayallscope. It's kind of, well, you'll see for yourself, our first day, it's a learning curve, so it's a disaster. And also, I like to give a shout out to my mother, and I'm going to show you how to do that.
There you go, take a look.
We can explore the Riverwalk. Why the hell are there even pots and pans in the studio?
It's for the cooking segment. Jordan, we're live. Keep going.
Look, before I continue, I want to give a shout out to my mother.
What? Jordan, what are you doing? Jordan, where are you going? Jordan? Where are you going? Jordan?
Did you know that over 17 million shoutouts are given out each day? But only about 19% of those are actually received. Nobody is ever taught how to do a shoutout, therefore most shoutouts are completely wasted and will be forever lost and never received. Well, that is unless somebody hears a recording of it. But by then, it's old and stale and pretty much meaningless. Shoutouts are like prayers. And like prayers, nobody knows how to do it properly. Christians either fold their hands or point their fingertips to the thermosphere, on their knees or sitting at a table. Muslims point the top of their heads to their best guess of where they think Mecca is, sometimes forgetting that the earth is round, so their prayers end up in the same thermosphere as the Christians. Hindus pray to their favorite gods using a shrine or a puja. The problem with praying, no matter how you do it, there's nobody on the receiving end. So unlike shoutouts, 100% of the 2.8 billion prayers are lost each day. But let's get back to the shoutouts. Allow me to demonstrate how to properly shout out.
Hello.
I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
On the show, it's me, Jean Carlos, Karen Ross Garrett, an amazing actress, and Ian Grant, funny comedian. We all came together, and we're very different people. Jean Carlos is a personal trainer, owns a gym. He's dabbing into the entertainment world, like he's now acting and trying to take it a little more seriously. And he's also a YouTube personality, so he does YouTube videos as most personal trainers should be doing, especially if you have a gym and you're independent. And Ian, he's just this very sweet guy, very charismatic guy who everybody loves. And then Karen, amazing actress. And I met her in an acting class with Jada Estrada. And so we all came together, completely different forces. Like I met Ian Grant actually at the roast battle. I think you were there at that time.
That's when I first met you at Jokesters, yeah.
Yeah, we met at Jokesters 22. And that's when I met Ian. Actually, I met Ian the night before because I went to go do some research on him. And he was hosting a show. I'm like, I'm going to check on this guy so I can make some more material to roast him. He actually went to the finals. He was like second to last. He's in the last battle, whatever. Anyway, very funny guy, just easy. You laugh at him because he's just a lovable person.
Yeah.
You know, he's just like, he's got some funny jokes. He's just a very selfless person. Karen Ross Garrett, man, she's a great actress. Like, she's the one that I'm always fascinated with in acting class, and to have all of us come together, to have a similar, like, when I told them I'm going to be make it to a TV show and do some sketch comedy and writing, and I also told them, like, actually, a lot of them didn't know what was going on until like until the day of recording. I was like, look, I'm going to be doing this, just trust me, just react to this way, the way you would react, but you're going to be a slightly exaggerated version of yourself. So we all did that, kind of like the Stephen Colbert thing, like you're yourself, you have your name, but you're a character of yourself. So I'm kind of this guy who is trying to be serious, and like I'm trying to do a show. And Karen Ross Garrett, she plays Rossi on the show. She is the director, and she's trying to hold everything together. Like this is her project. Like she's hired me to come do the show, based off my podcast. She put us together. Like it's like a boy band where they take, like, we'll pick you, and we'll put you all together, and you're gonna meet each other. So Karen Ross Garrett was the casting director and the director for the show. She picked us, you know, and put us together. And so I'm meeting all these people for the first time on the show. It's weird, it's funny. And so I'm kind of like this, like, very serious kind of asshole who's trying to keep everything together. And things, because we're new, and it's our first day, things are falling apart. And I'm stressed, Karen's stressed. My co-host, Jean, he doesn't give a crap. He's just there, like, living his life. He's, you know, and then Ian, he's doing what he's doing. You have to watch the show, it's pretty funny. The opening first 5 minutes, you'll kind of get an idea of what's going on. We just came together, and like I said before, we're very different people. And there's no other way we would have all been together and been friends if it wasn't for this. But because of that, it's such a strong show because there's so many different influences, very different influences. Like Ninja Turtles, 4 very different personalities that make this supergroup, right?
Yeah, totally. What's your favorite part about filming that show? Now that you're into it a little bit, and you're probably over like the nerves of that first episode. And
Well, filming it, my favorite thing about it is the results, of course. Being able to sit back and like watch it, like it's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, damn, I did that.
the editing is tough. The writing is fun. Writing it is fun because we're all like, there's this sketch we do in the first episode called, I don't know if we have a name for it. No, we do have a name for it, called We Don't Take Too Kindly. And I've always had this like thought, and other people have thought the same comedic idea as well, about I heard this country song, I forgot where it was at, I think it was in Buc-ee's or somewhere where you hear country music that you don't want to be in for very long. And I heard the song like, it's like, and she's over there listening to that hip-hop mess. I'm like, to say hip-hop mess is kind of like talking about like black people music. You're talking derogatory, but you're hiding behind like, oh, I don't like that hip-hop mess. I'm like, this is the actual, when you start listening to the lyrics, you hear like it's a racist song, but they're like, they play that, oh, it's just a country song. Right? And they use code words to kind of make it like, we all, if you're a country singer listener, you know what we're talking about. But for those people on the outside, we can just say, we mean this, and they play dumb. Much like they do in politics and many other places too. They just play dumb, like, oh, I don't know, I don't believe in global warming. Like, they just have that, you know, they just, it's not my thing. Like, if you play dumb, you can get away with a lot, you know, if you're a politician or, you know. So I heard that song and I'm like, there's a lot of like country songs that are like racist, but they kind of hide behind a thing. So I thought of this, like, I kept singing this song like, I'm Texas born, Texas bred, but not your mama's cornbread. And I thought about that and like, it's such a stupid thing because I saw this bumper sticker on the back of a SUV, or it was a truck, it was a truck actually, F-250 or something, and it said Texas born, Texas bred. I'm like, isn't that kind of redundant? Like, you're being bred in Texas, like, like a purebred, like inbred, like what like two German white people that live in Texas and like, you know, what does that even mean? Like, why would you be proud of that? Born in Texas and bred in Texas? Isn't that it's the same thing, right? If you're born in Texas, you're bred in Texas. Anyway, I thought that was a stupid thing to have on your, and it was just like a Texas flag, Texas born, Texas bred, and I'm just there like by myself in the car in rush hour traffic, like I'm Texas born, Texas bred, like making fun of them, and like Texas born, Texas bred, corn bred. I've got something here, and I kept singing that stupid song, and every time I was singing out loud in public, whoever's around me would laugh, you know. I'm like, this has something to it. And then I had this other idea, like, hey, we should do a song about like a racist song, where it's like nothing but like country people in the bar, but then these two outsiders who just kind of show up at that bar and are kind of like not familiar with the scene. They show up in there, and all these people in the audience know what the country singer's saying. He's singing code like, we don't take too kindly people like you around here. Our trucks are wide and shiny. We only serve light beer. And like, and people like nodding their head like, yeah, we don't take too kindly people like you around here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and like, ooh, yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah. And so everyone's into it and stuff, and these two people are like, what's this? You know, and that's Ian and John. And so I think that's what inspired the TV shows. Like, I want to do sketch comedy. I have these ideas, and I want to like bring them to life, you know. And so it's like, well, how am I going to do a podcast and start doing a sketch comedy channel? The best thing to do is put it all together. I was also a musician. I was in a band, and I'm like, it's a lot of work, you know. You got to play shows, and I don't have time to do that and do this and do this and do this. So how can I incorporate everything I like to do in one thing? And the answer was a TV show. I can record my own music. I can do sketches about musicians where I can like play, you know, characters where I'm like playing guitar and we're in a band and stuff. So I can get that fix, and that's what it's about. It's just stimulating all those my sporadic hobbies.
Yeah.
That I want to do this, but there's not enough time in my life to do everything. So, you know, I can at least compile it into a show, and if people like it, they can watch it. And if not, then they live their lives and do what they want.
Yeah,
We've got Hulu and Netflix and Amazon. You can do whatever you want with your lives, but if you like what we're doing, come and take a look at what we're doing.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. How has being a father changed your life?
Oh, not many people know about this. I'm a father.
Surprise!
Well, I keep it secret. I keep my family life and my personal entertaining life separate. But no, it's a good thing you mentioned it. I've been thinking about it a lot more lately. I have a daughter. She lives with a mother, and she needs me. I don't need me. I'm living my life. I'm living my life every day. I can die any moment. I'm good. But when you have a kid, it makes you think like, I'm living for someone else now. She needs to at least get past 20, got a few more years. You know, I've got to show her the way, and then I can die. Yeah, and I'm fine about dying. This is fun. I look at life as like kind of like a video game with consequences. You want to win. You want to keep your points high. So can do things like break the law. And no, it doesn't mean you can just go around raping people. No.
Can't.
Oh, you don't have any laws, and you could just go around. You don't believe in God. You could just go around raping people. Like, well, I don't want to do that. That's not who I want to be. Or whatever it is.
You gotta make your choices.
Yeah, of course. So I look at it as a video game, but with like consequences. A very challenging video game, and your winning points are usually when being happy and just doing the things you want to do with what the resources you have. And so to answer your question about being a dad. It has motivated me in many ways because I don't care about succeeding. To me, I can do it for fun. I do it for fun. I can check off the list. But when you need to succeed for somebody else, you're more motivated. So I feel that my daughter has influenced me to succeed in a financial way, not just in a self-satisfying way. So she played a big role in my life. I actually did a lot. Before I wrote songs when I was in a band, like 4 of the first songs I wrote were based off of her. Me and her mother split when she was very young, so like, there's this kind of that feeling of wanting to communicate with her and not being able to because you're limited. You only can talk to her in this window of time, or you can't talk to her at all. The mother doesn't like you that day, and So you just don't get to talk to your own daughter. And so I felt like this kind of, I want to have this two-way reciprocation. So I wrote these songs based off of what I was feeling, and that's very cliche too. But so that kind of got me started in entertainment actually. So the first thing I did was back in 2011, put together a band and started recording and performing. And back in high school I used to act in theater, and I really missed it and loved it. And shortly after that, way before that actually I should say, the first time I did a show was in 2006. It was a show called Angry Poo Live. Didn't know I was going to experience Angry Poo this week. I've always had this,
Season 2.
Yeah, I know, right? The dramedy, right? Because before it was just a silly comedy. I was in my early 20s, like 23, and I did a show based off my living room, and it had a little green screen in the back, and it was one of the first internet streaming shows before Netflix went streaming. Back in 2006, we were on Mania TV, and it was like an internet TV channel. We were on right before Tom Green. We had 6 episodes, 6 weeks we did it for, and it was a weekly episode, and we had people call in and stuff, and that's kind of where I got started with sketch comedy. I did some sketch comedy back then too. Very serious stuff. I had a character kind of based off of my country singer, Country Dan Gundry. A guy named Ashley the American is his name, and anyway, a very patriotic guy based off of a guy I really met, who was angry about a hot dog, who was this like very patriotic, very patriotic, like very strict military person, just very cookie cut, right wing, conservative, by the book. There's many people like that, right? Where the American flag stick on the back of the truck. Anyway, it's just a very cookie cut type personality, which you can see thousands of. They're all over the place. You can kind of see an American flag sticker, a "Don't Tread on Me" sticker, and the machine gun with a semper fi on it, and know everything about that person. Like, I know who you are, I know where you came from. You've really told me who you are. Like, I got you, and you're oversized tires, and you're gonna run people off the road. Yeah, I get you. You're a clone of many other people. You have a cookie cut personality. Be original, please. Why not? We do need cookie cut personalities, for sure. Otherwise, we need that. We need a balance of unique individuals and common people. Because the common people are the majority, usually, and they keep things regular, right?
Yeah.
It's not, I guess it's constipation. But we need things to stay regular.
Yeah.
We can't have 2 constant changes. If we have everybody's a weirdo, the world would be a mess. There would be no order. So we need these very regular people. But I find them fascinating. I find them weird. We were talking about weirdos earlier. Like, to me, if you're a regular person, you're a weirdo. Like, if you like Bud Light and watch Dallas Cowboys and have an F-150 and you like Big Red Barbacoa, and like you're a basic bitch, right? Like you're just
in a different sense, yes.
Yeah,
the Starbucks sense, but yes.
Yeah, not Starbucks, but
Yeah.
I'm showing you the Texas man, the Texas dad version of a basic bitch would be that guy, You're just born into your religion, born into your your football team, your basketball team. Everything's given to you. What's my favorite beer? I have no time to explore. My dad drank Bud Light. His dad drank Bud Light. Bud Light. It's easy. It's cheap. It's easy. I know. I don't have to explore. Done. And it's weird to me. To me, that's a weirdo.
Yeah.
But I'm the weirdo in their world. So I forgot what your question was.
I don't remember either. Being a weirdo is fun though. Is what I would say. Do you want to play a game with me?
Yeah, let's play a game. I like your bow tie. I haven't mentioned
Thank
your bow tie. You a Bill Nye fan?
I love Bill Nye.
Yeah, he's one
bow
of the most
tire.
famous bow
I
ties.
know. One day I will beat his record of being the famous bow tie.
And if you can do it for longer.
I know. This is Truth or Dare Jenga.
Oh shit.
When I was in college, I bought this, and so some of these you write your own on. So you can pass on any of them. I don't know what they say. And good luck.
So these have both truth and dare on them.
Correct.
Okay. And we're just playing Jenga.
Yeah, we're gonna play
But
Jenga.
with a little bit of.
So you can pick one and then read it out loud and either do what it says or not.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Go first.
All right. I've got this one right here. I like the way this one looks. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Now. Okay. So how do I know if it's truth or dare? So it's on one question or the other, right? It says, if you could have anything, what would it be? Oh, okay. If I could have anything, what would it be? Oh man. A private island. Because one, you could ask for money and then you have to deal with the tax and all that stuff. If I just get a private island and I could rent it out, I can make money that way. Like I can rent it out for private parties and then just build a little empire. Because if you get money,
What's this? Oh, that means
dramatic music for my answer.
Hold on, that means we've been talking for way too long. Hold on. I mean, not too long, but it means. Let me just turn it off.
Should I pull this out again?
You put it on the top.
Are we gonna?
No, this is my show. We just
Okay,
do whatever we gotta
you
do.
got it how you want. All right. Do I just continue?
Yeah,
Right
go
off
for
top?
it.
All right. So yeah, I haven't thought about that in depth yet, but just thought about it right now. Having an island, like not connected to any country. Now that's dangerous too, because then you might have someone invade me. Let's just say it belongs to my country, but my country leaves me alone. Let's just say it's one of the Channel Islands, right? Sark Island. Sark Island's nice. I want to own Sark, S-A-R-K, from the Channel Islands. You can't have any cars there. Everyone has to be on bicycles. It's really cool. Nobody own it. I would like to live there. Yeah, I'd like to own a big chunk of that.
Like a chunk, not
Island.
an entire island, but maybe
Yeah,
a
I want
part of it.
land.
Like you want your own. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, when I want to build, I want to create my own house. That's what I would have.
Okay.
Yeah, just to play in the dirt
Mhm.
and explore the nature.
Okay. Put that on top.
All right. You're gonna play.
Let me take this one. There's no one on my left. I'm just gonna skip that one. It was kiss the person on your left. There's no one over there. I'll take.
So is that a dare?
Yes. Pretend you're riding. I don't know what that means.
All right. Well, you get
driving like I'm driving in a car. I'm riding in a car.
to. Okay. You could have said anything.
I know, but I want people to not can't go.
All right.
There's
You're riding
many
a-
different ways I could
a
have
very
gone, but
bumpy car in the
yeah.
back seat. All right. All right. Oh shit. I came prepared for this, man.
Uh-oh.
You dirty bastard.
remove an item of clothing.
All right. I've done this before.
We
Actually.
can put on music. You've done this before on a show.
I've done burlesque.
Oh,
Yeah.
where?
With Jade Esteban at the Overtime
At the
Theater.
Overtime,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've done some burlesque shows, so yeah. I wore an undershirt because didn't know
What was gonna happen?
don't know the temperature, I don't know anything. So that's it. I'm done.
Okay. I'm glad you got it and I didn't. Celebrity crush. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Justin Timberlake.
Really?
I love him. One day he'll know you.
I saw that enthusiasm when you saw him outside the hospital.
Did you see that video?
Yeah, yeah.
10 seconds. I waited over 2 hours for that.
Really?
Yeah.
It was well worth it, right?
I watch it all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's
I
cool.
was just talking about it today to someone.
Yeah, no, it's a cool video. Actually, I had a bit that I might do in the show. It came and went already, but I have this very creepy, a little off topic back to the show, a very creepy Easter Bunny costume. One of your audience members might know about that. I formed it with my face, so I used liquid latex. I made a mold of my face and liquid latex this bunny mask, and it's creepy as hell. And if you look at my Instagram, you'll see it. Scroll down towards the beginning, my creepy bunny thing. I was going to go to that same exact hospital and hand out Easter eggs to the children, and just with cameras and to see how far I could go, because I'm doing a service. I'm helping, little children at the children's hospital, but it's a questionably creepy, scary.
I mean,
mask.
you see all of those old Easter bunnies at the stores.
Yes.
All those costumes from like the 70s
Yes.
and 80s. Those are some creepy.
Yeah. Kids
Costumes.
screaming on the lap,
Yes.
like violently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they didn't mean to be then.
yeah, and
They thought they were cute then.
if that wasn't gonna work, because I would want to see if I could get past the front door as that Easter bunny. If that wasn't gonna work, I was gonna go to a local park and have some like raw eggs dipped in some egg white and some red food coloring, and just like that mucousy slime and just hand out.
Ew.
Happy Easter,
Oh.
and drop on a kid's basket and just walk away creepily. So those two of the things that they're going to do.
To my friends at Children's Methodist, if he does this, I had no idea he's doing it. Okay, thanks.
And I'll approach it carefully.
Okay.
Because,
I know all the people there, so
yeah,
so I'm not gonna give you any context to go do creepy
Okay.
things. But if you do it,
I'm going to do it on my own and I'm just
Okay.
going to walk through the door and
Okay.
see what happens.
okay,
That's it, so.
you'll probably get pretty far.
Yeah, okay, good. That's good to know. Alright, let's pick one. Let's pick a white one this time.
Okay.
Been neglected. Best compliment you ever received? Oh, man. That's tough. That's tough. Because I don't know. I don't know what I would be flattered by. I'm gonna have to put this on the back burner.
Okay.
I'll come back to it. Best compliment I've ever received.
Is it because you don't get compliments, or is it because you get too many that you can't sort through?
Well, it's not really too many. It's just, it's like, I like your shirt, or they're not compliments that do anything to me, or I don't know.
Okay.
I have to think about that one because it's. If we're talking about the best, I accept all compliments. If I get a compliment, I'll take it. But the best one, that's tough
Okay.
because I don't know if I've been complimented on something that I felt was like, you know what? There's one coming. When someone can see my intentions of what I'm doing, like from my perspective, and they can get inside my head and see what I'm doing for the reasons I'm doing it, to me that means the most. Like, if someone, like for example, if it comes to my comedy, if they saw the way I did it, and maybe only a small percentage of the audience laughed at the thing I did, and they can appreciate it, and they come and tell me like, hey, what you did there is really funny. I know nobody laughed, but I got it. Or I'll do a joke like doing stand-up, and I'll do a joke and it goes over everyone's head, and those 2 or 3 people, they get it. That means a lot to me because I'm like, you get me, I get you. I made that joke just for you.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not going to work for a broad audience. And with comedy, people try to make as many people laugh as possible, where I'm the weirdo that if I can get a few weirdos, that small 5% of the population that can get my comedy, that's who I want. I want to have I'd rather have a cult following than a huge following. I don't want to be a Kevin Hart, I'd rather be a Emo Phillips. But anyway, that's just, I think it's when someone can really see the depth of what I'm doing and knowing my intentions. Sorry for the long answer.
I like that answer. I'm
But,
glad you took time, because that was a good answer.
Thank you. And that was probably the best compliment I've ever received.
Yes. We should do that one over so you can tell them. Oh. Favorite TV show to binge? Did you have an answer?
I have an answer.
What's your answer?
Well, no, I'm sorry, I don't think you're a heat away.
I'll answer.
Well, because this is something that is really. There's a show called Bottom. Didn't really make it into the United States. It's an English show. But the show that came before that, which was called The Young Ones, did make it into the United States. It played a lot in Mexico, actually, in Latin America. They got BBC there more than the United States did. So I think you had some BBC on PBS back in the day, 90s, 80s, 90s. But in the 80s, a show called The Young Ones came out, and some Americans know about that, but there was a show that came after that with some of the same characters called Bottom, and it is a very controversial show in 2019. If you watch it, you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of a few derogatory terms. There's a few sexist and racist things, but it's still really funny. It's a really funny show called Bottom, and there's only about 12 episodes, and they're about half an hour each. So to binge it, it's easy and fun, and I feel great anytime I'm feeling down. That's my answer. Sorry, I took Richard's.
That's alright. I'll answer
but-
now too. I just started 2 days ago watching on Amazon Prime Rami.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really good.
No.
And then Fleabag. What's seen
I
that
haven't-
yet?
I
That's
haven't
also
seen
on
that
Amazon
TV.
Prime. 2 very good shows.
Yeah, I haven't had time for TV. I need some time. I keep hearing about Chernobyl, and I haven't gone. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I saw
I've
actually.
never seen an episode.
Really? And we're hipsters.
I saw one episode back when a clip when it first started. Some dragon landed on someone's shoulder, and I was like, that looks stupid.
Yeah, and I'm not going to talk shit about Game of Thrones. My uncle, who I really would take his advice on something like that. He's a smart man, and he told me back in 2016, yeah, you should really watch Game of Thrones. It's really good. It's really the time, because I need something to be fast. I can't sit there for an hour and a half.
I like 22 minutes. I can go pee. I can get fill up my water.
Yeah. But I mean, you really have to dedicate. It's like back in the 90s when you had to dedicate a Sunday evening to watch TV.
Yep.
And I don't have that time. I'm on these buses, like the tour buses and stuff, and they have like satellite TV on them, but you can't really record it. And I've got Netflix and Hulu and Amazon all on my phone, and I can just download Netflix and be on the go and watch it and stuff. But I was watching Ozark for the longest time, and I just, because of time, stopped watching it for so long that it's hard for me to get back into it. And I would love to watch TV. I'd love to have that time, but I'm saving most of that for my old age. I'm gonna do cocaine and watch TV shows from now and play video games from now and in the future in my old age. But right now, I just want to create things and do things like that.
I want to do cocaine.
Yeah. I do cocaine and
you're smart about it.
Heroin. Yeah. When towards the end of my life, if I make it there. If I make it into my late 70s, early 80s.
I feel like that's the perfect time to start drugs.
Yeah, and drugs might be safer then too.
Yeah.
It might be
They may be legal.
legal doses of cocaine where it's safe, and you can get the fix and the high, or even heroin, and it's safer, and you can have a doctor come and inject you with heroin. Or a nurse, you used to go to the old folks' home and you...
That's part of your...
I signed up for the heroin package, and...
It's extra, but it's worth it.
Yeah, you pay a monthly fee, and they come in and inject you with heroin, like once a week, or maybe if you want it, the 3 times a week package, you pay a little more. Yeah, that could be a very realistic thing in our future.
That could be on your island.
And this is what we talk about on the podcast, like just riffing like this, and we get into this weird conversation about legal heroin in an old folks' home.
I feel like it should happen. It's your turn.
All right, let's go for another black one. What is the most embarrassing thing you had to buy? All right. Oh man, I should be saying yesterday when I was at Walgreens buying all the laxatives and this stuff called magnesium citrate, and pretty much everything in my shopping cart was laxative related. Like whoever rang up my stuff yesterday knew exactly what I was doing last night. And last night was a weird night. We had a weird, bizarre storm and hail. And so I went to HEB, sorry, my ADHD, and went to HEB, their power was completely out, I had to go to Walgreens, pick up all this stuff. But that's not the most embarrassing thing I had to buy. The most embarrassing thing I had to buy was, I don't know. It would probably have to be something that is not me. And I can't have really an excuse for it. Like, I guess when we went, I'll give you one example, because I'll probably have a better one later on, but for time purposes, I'll tell you this. I had to pick out a costume for Country Dan Country. If you've watched the episode, you'll see that. And I was ridiculous. I had like these skinny jeans on, I had these big cowboy boots, ostrich skin, and this ridiculous like bolo tie and like shirt and hat. And I went out in public like that too, and I did a wine tour like that. But I had to rent out the costume. And I wouldn't say it's the most embarrassing thing, but like just, okay, I'm here for, it's a comedy. I'm not serious about this. Anyone else who's buying that or renting it was probably going to be doing it for like, maybe they're playing a character, but maybe they're going out to a dance or something, and they want to, rent out a nice cowboy suit. And anyway, so it was kind of embarrassing because people didn't know the context or the context of why I was buying it or renting it. So that would be my short answer for now.
That one.
Yeah, I'll think of a better one later on.
You can call me and tell me.
But I usually don't get embarrassed about buying things.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get embarrassed easily, really.
I don't feel like I would have an answer for that question.
Yeah.
What was the last photo you took on your phone?
I wish I got that one.
It was, let me see, I think it was from this morning. We had an event at the hospital with some Spurs players and some other people, and I think I was taking pictures there. Let me check. I'll put it up. Yes. That's what it was. I'll throw it up there, but it's literally just the founder of Hearts Need Art. That's the last photo. Wait, that's the last photo, but I don't know what that is. What is that? That's a light. Oh, I bet it was when I put this in here and I put it down. I bet
yeah.
I think that's the ceiling fan.
Hey Richard,
Yep.
would you like to see the last picture on my phone?
I don't think I would.
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't get that picture because I know that it's of a toilet. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Your turn.
There's a story behind it. We'll share on my podcast. Alright, let's go for a red one. Red ones are being neglected. Alright. You did this on purpose, Richard.
What now? Isn't that the one I had?
I think you've put a lot of these in here.
Everyone has that. Oh, you can skip that one.
No, I won't skip it. Let's do this. Hey, Pride Month, everybody. Alright. How about, let's not do a snog.
I don't know what that is.
That's a good thing, you know. How about this? Let's do one of those, I'm a cheerleader, you're a fat man.
Right. Oh,
and
yeah.
one of those, let's do these.
Yes.
Alright.
Someone did it. There we go. Okay, it's my turn. Oh, that goes back up there.
That's right. Whoa.
Oh, you almost
nearly
lost.
After you just won.
Right. Oh.
Game over. Or we can play a short.
I guess I did lose. Hey, thanks for being here.
Richard, it's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Watch his show, listen to his podcast, go on his winery tour. What else do you need? Are you doing stand-up at any time?
I've put that on the back burner too.
Okay.
I'm going to do some stand-up. I talked to another comedian who's wanting me to come back and do something. So, hey, if I'm available this Thursday or a Thursday, so follow me on social media. I'll post it if I go. I'll probably go to Jokes of 22, which is a really cool place to do some stand-up on a Thursday night. I've got a lot of material, but I've been using it for the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come in and check me out. Just follow me on social media. I'm doing stand-up daily. If you follow my feed, I'll post like little live videos and weird stuff, my thoughts of the day and stuff like that. So, if you're not completely annoyed, if you're watching this long, you probably think I'm alright. So, yeah, follow me on social media at Jordan Kayall on everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it's been a pleasure, Richard.
Can we take a picture while we go out?
We got it.
I don't know how this works though. I haven't done this in a long time. Here we go.
You got a button? Am I
I
gonna
think
get
there's
over
a
here?
button. No, oh wait, wait. I think it's ready. Oh, I gotta flip it around though. No one wants that. Ready? I hope this works. Wait, let's go. Oh, I guess we're doing it. Oh, this way.
Yep, you gotta angle that.
There you go.
And I gotta get one too.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Stacy Andon Coaching. The world needs your flavor of magic. Visit her at stacyandon.com.